Hello everyone, welcome to LeadSquared's webinar on Google Adwords Remarketing today. So I am Meenu Joshi and I lead the content team here at LeadSquared. The main presenter of the webinar today will be my colleague Subhashri Banerjee. She is a content marketing expert here and she also takes care of all the Google AdWords campaigns here at LeadSquared.
Hello everyone, let's start with the webinar, but let's focus first on the content that we'll be covering throughout the webinar. We'll be talking about what is remarketing and how remarketing works and how it's beneficial for you. We'll also talk about the steps to set up remarketing with Google AdWords and Google Analytics, and finally we'll talk about the 4 best practices to be followed on the go. So what is remarketing? It's a form of online advertising that runs ads across the Google display network. It retargets people who have already visited your website or landing pages while browsing through the internet. How does remarketing work? For instance, if a visitor comes to your site, he is tracked, his activities are tracked, and when he leaves the site and goes to any other website on the display network, the ads that you run follows him throughout the display network, and when he clicks on those ads, he's brought back to the website or the landing page again, right? Here's a live example. Whenever a visitor visits a website, say a travel website, and leaves the site and goes to any other display network, let's say 160x2, and clicks and sees the ads follows him and he sees the ads, and whenever he clicks, he's brought back to the website again. So all the visitors who have visited you earlier will be brought back to your website again by showing your ads on the display network. How does it benefit you? It helps you remarket and re-engage your audiences who have earlier showed interest in your business, and you can show customized ads with specific messages that can target the interest they have shown while navigating through your website. There are advanced targeting options which will help you reach those specific websites on the display network where your customers are likely to be. So let's see how you can do remarketing with Google AdWords. This involves two basic steps. Create a list of your target audience is the step 1, and step 2 is to create the remarketing campaign itself on AdWords. Before beginning with the steps, there's one very essential thing is to set up the remarketing code on your website and on the landing pages. So how do you do that? It's really simple. You just have to log into your AdWords account, click on Campaigns tab, and then select Shared Library and click on the View button under Audience section. As soon as you click, you will be redirected to a page where you can see the green button which says Set up Remarketing. Click on that and you will get the code, the remarketing code. You need to copy that code and paste it across your website, all the pages of your website and landing pages. The best practice would be to paste it at the footer section of all the pages so that it appears on every page of your website, right? So now let's talk about step 1, that is creating the remarketing list on AdWords. Now that you have pasted the tag on your website, you are good to start with remarketing. So the first step would be to create the remarketing list. So let's see how you can create it. You need to go to your AdWords account, click on Campaigns tab, go to Shared Library and click on the View button under Audiences section. You see there's a green button which says Plus Audience. This will help you create new remarketing list. You will have to create a new one. So you can select the option Remarketing List and you can name your remarketing list. For example, I say it free trial. So I would categorize all my visitors as visitors who are looking for a free trial of my product, and I would select this option. This is the default option, visitors of a page, because I've placed it across my website, so a visitor of a page will be tracked. Now I need to give the URL of my website. Let's say I give this URL, copy it and I paste it here. And I also want to target the landing pages that I use. So what would I do? I would click on plus rule and I would look for a landing page. I copy the URL of this landing page and I go back to my AdWords account and paste that here. Now this is a particular landing page URL, but I would want all the landing pages that I use to be targeted. So I would just keep this as the condition, because this part is present in all the landing page URLs that we use. So pages.leadsquared.com is common for all the landing page URLs. So I would keep that part so that all my landing pages are targeted. I would click on done and select a membership duration of 60 days. This would help me target my visitors, the audiences in this list, for a duration of 60 days. Now I would also give a description, right? So this would help me know that whom am I targeting. Now I would click on save, and soon as the list size, the number of audiences in this list get updated, I can use this list to create my campaign and start doing remarketing, right? So now let's get back to the PPT. Yeah, so we are done with step 1. The next step is to create the remarketing ads on AdWords. Now that you have created the remarketing list, the next step comes is to create the ad campaign. It's the same procedure. You need to go to your AdWords account, click on campaigns, click on new campaigns. Now make sure that you select the display network only. For first time users, it's the best practice. Remarketing can be done on search network as well as display network, but for today we'll be focusing on the display network remarketing, and you will be redirected to a page where you can select the where you can create your first remarketing campaign. So you can name it as, I have selected display network. You can also change the networks over here, but I would recommend you don't change it here. Then it has selected all features for me. There are other options also, but it's a good practice if you select all features so that you get all the targeting options. Moving on to locations and languages, which gives us an option to target people from a particular location or city, or to exclude a particular location. So here by default it's India. I can also select all countries and territories, or I can choose my one particular location, for example Bangalore or Mumbai, anything. But now I'll keep it as India, and I can also select the languages, English, and there are many other languages, but I would target all the languages that are shown here. Now the next part is giving a particular budget. So I would keep it as 1,000 per day. There are other two very effective extensions, ad extensions, that is location extension and call extension. The location extension will help you give the address, your business address, along with your ad. You can either choose to either choose to use the address from your Google Places account if you have one, or you can manually enter the address. You can also select the call extension option and insert your business phone number so that people can click on your ad to directly give you a call. So after these targeting options, you have customized and selected the targeting options properly, you can save and continue. Now you can create the ad group. Here you need to insert the ad group name. For example, I put it as free trial users or audience. I put a default bid of ₹10 here, and I select this option. There are 3 targeting options: display keyword, interest and remarketing. Use a different targeting method. So I would select interest and remarketing. As soon as I click on the button, I get 3 options displayed here: interest category, remarketing list, and custom combination. Interest category helps me select my audience type according to the interest they show. For example, I can choose fashionistas, people who are interested in food, people who are interested in games, people who are movie lovers, pet lovers, and political junkies, etc. If I select remarketing list, I get to select the remarketing list that I have created. Let's say I have created the free trial visitors list, which is getting updated. I select it here. Custom combinations, we'll be talking about this later, but I would just give you a brief of it. If 2 or more remarketing lists are present and you want to do a custom combination of these 2 or 3 lists, you can combine them and target them all together with your ads. There are other options which would help you narrow down your targeting further, like display keywords, topics, placements, age and gender. Placements will help you show ads on particular websites that you wish to show. Topics will help you target those specific subjects your audiences are likely to talk about, and display keywords will help you insert keywords that would generate your ads on the display network. You can specify the what age you want to target. You can also specify the gender you want to target, right? After you have selected the options, you can click on save and continue, and you are redirected to a page where you can create your first AdWords remarketing ads, right? There are 3 options available for you: image ad, text ad and display ad builder. We'll first talk about what is an image ad. This helps you upload specific ads that you have created for your that are relevant to your business. So you can upload them here, add a name and a display URL and a destination URL. You can also create text ads which will help you show your ads on content networks. And there is display ad builders, in which AdWords itself provide you with different templates, remarketing or display banners, ad templates that makes your task a lot easier. You can just select the template and edit or customize the ads over here, and you're good to go with remarketing ads, right? You can put down a headline, and I put the description line, and you can customize the position of the text boxes, right? And you can also change the image, insert a logo. For example, I would just upload a logo over here. Let's say I select this Google. I can customize the CTA also. Anytime I can change the color of the background. Let's say I give it yellow, I give the text color as red, orange maybe, or red, and then I customize the image over here. You can change the image, you can change the background of color. I make it like this. You can change the text color of the headlines also. So there are a lot many customization options. Finally, you need to put the display URL. I put it as example.com. I review and finish it. So as soon as I click on review, I get to see all the six dimensions of the ads that AdWords has done. So if you do not like a particular dimension, so you can uncheck the boxes and select the ones that you like. So I would like these 3, so I select them, and after you click on done, your ads are saved. So you can either choose to save and continue to billing, or you can save your ads and do the billing later. Your ads are under review and you're good to go with remarketing. You have inserted the remarketing list. As soon as those the list gets updated and the ads get approved, your ads will start showing to the audiences. Now we are done with remarketing on Google AdWords. You know how to set up the remarketing code on your website. You know how to create a remarketing list for the audience or the visitors of your website, and you can now create the remarketing ads using the different types of ad options available on AdWords, and you can start following your visitors on the display network. Right, so we come to the next session of the webinar, which talks about remarketing with Google Analytics. But before we start, I would just like to tell you the benefits of doing it with analytics. Why analytics? It's easier, it's faster, it's less complex, and it is less time consuming. You can set up the foundation of your remarketing list by replacing just one line and for one time of your Google Analytics tracking code. I hope those of you have installed a tracking code on your website to track the visitors who comes and what pages are getting viewed and what categories are getting clicked, and to follow the visitor trend. Now that code, just one line of that code can be edited to begin with remarketing. You can now target all visitors to your site visitors to a specific page or area of your site, visitors who have completed a specific conversion goal, right? You can also deliver ad content specifically targeted to the interest they have expressed during those previous visits, the pages they have navigated through, the search trends, the product criteria they have visited, and more. So you can use this tracking data to know what your visitors are looking for and customize ads accordingly to bring in more sales, right? For example, a visitor who came to your website in search for a specific category of products but did not add anything to their shopping cart, you can attract them back by additional ads for those same products. You can show additional ads for the products they have visited or the pages they have visited and bring them back to your website. A group of visitors who added items to their shopping cart but didn't complete the purchase cycle might be excited to receive a coupon for free shipping or a discount price. So you might attract them back to your website by giving them a free shipping coupon or discount price, right? So there are 2 steps to begin with remarketing on Google Analytics. First is to replace that one line in your already installed tracking script in your website and landing pages. Or if you haven't installed the Google Analytics tracking script, you can install it afresh. Step 2 involves creating a remarketing list on Analytics to target audiences. So let's see how step 1 works. It involves changing the Analytics tracking script. You need to replace this line on your website with this line. The difference is it says googleanalytics.com and it says stats.g.doubleclick.net. I can show you an example. This is our website homepage. I go to view page source. You see this code is here on the website. The code is here and this line needs to be changed to doubleclick.net. As soon as I change that, the remarketing foundation is set up. Now if you haven't yet installed the tracking script, there's a way you can do it. So you can go to your admin section, click on properties and click on tracking info. Then you can switch on the display advertiser support option. I can show you how you do it. You can see the admin section here, click on that, go to tracking info and you can see the code here. Now this is a typical Google Analytics code, tracking code. Now to make it a remarketing code to enable remarketing, I just need to switch on this display advertiser support on and you see the line has changed, doubleclick.net, right? So I copy this and paste it on my website and I'm good to go with remarketing. Okay, now let's talk about step 2, that is creating the remarketing list on Analytics. This is beneficial for you because you know each and every step or pages that your visitor has visited by looking at the tracking data. So you can use the tracking data to know what your customers are actually looking for and you can target them on that basis. So you can create remarketing list on Analytics in its admin section and there is no limit to the number of lists that you can create. So let's explore how you can create the remarketing list on Analytics. You need to go to your admin section and click on remarketing. A list option opens up and you need to click on that. You see the new remarketing list option to create a new list. Here you can customize the list and give a name to your list. I give it as website visitors. Keep the membership day as 60 days. And I select the account, the AdWords account to which I want the list to be associated with and save the remarketing list. So you can see website visitors, the list is created. Now when you go to your AdWords account and you can see that list updated here. Now you can use this list to create a remarketing ad campaign and start targeting your ads to your website visitors. So now that we are done with remarketing on AdWords and remarketing on Analytics, let's talk about a few best practices that you can follow on the go. Best practice 1, you need to run only one code on your website. You can either choose the AdWords remarketing code and place it on all your web pages and landing pages, or you can choose the analytics remarketing code and place it in your website and change that one line. If you have already installed the tracking code, you can just change that one line and get started. Best practice 2, for ads on display network, prefer image or display ad builder. This helps you to create banner ads which are more popular on the display network. So this will help your ads to stand out and grab your visitors' attention so that you can bring them back to your website. For specific placements like ads in Gmail account and content networks, prefer text ads more than banner ads, right? And take advantage of the different forms of ads and targeting options that are available on AdWords and analytics. Best practice 3, choose the duration of the membership depending on your business type and marketing goals. It is a good practice to keep visitors in a list for at least 60 days. This will help you target your customers for almost 2 months, and 30 days duration if you keep, you may lose out your prospect every month, right? So here's an example for a software business. If you offer 1 month free trial option for your prospect, make sure you keep the membership duration for 60 to 90 days. This is because after the free trial period is over, you don't lose them from the list. You can track and follow them for 2 more months, and this might help you convert a few visitors to as your customers, right? Best practice 4, as per AdWords, the remarketing list must include a minimum of 100 unique visitors in order for the Google display network to serve your ads. The list that you create must have at least 100 unique visitors to begin with remarketing. So if you have 2 or more remarketing lists which do not have 100 unique visitors, you can use the custom combination option on AdWords. This will help you combine the 2 lists and you can target those audiences in those 2 lists, okay? But make sure the ad campaigns or messages that you show to these audiences are relevant for both the lists that you combine. For example, people who are interested in red rose bouquets and people who are interested in Valentine's special bouquets might come under the same list in the month of February. So you can combine these 2 lists of audiences with a custom combination option and retarget them with special discounts or offers. I can just show you how to create a custom combination list on AdWords. You need to go to your shared library. Click on new audience, select the custom combination option, and you give a name, description. You can choose out of the 3 options available here. So I would take this option, select the audience, or you can add more audience options, right? After you're done, you can click save and you're good to go with the remarketing list. As soon as it gets updated and you use it in your ad campaigns, you can start running your ads on the display network. So with this, I end today's webinar. Hope this was helpful for you and you guys can begin with remarketing. Thank you so much for attending the webinar.